Hello everyone, glad to see you made it from Nagato Nights. Now then, if you recall, I talked about Scorpion and Injustice DLC. Well, I decided to put together a list of my top 5 heroes and top 5 villains that I think should make it as DLC somewhere along in this game in the future. So we're going to start with the 5 heroes, then we'll go to the 5 villains, and I'm going to explain why I think each character could work. Disclaimer, this is different from my previous Injustice video, because that was characters I wanted to see in the full game. Now that we've gotten the game and we've seen what's happened, I'm picking DLC characters, and only those that I think could still possibly work have been transferred over to this list. It's not the same list, people. It's not. First off, we have Fire and Ice. Now, I'd like to see them both in there, but I couldn't pick which one I'd rather see. But if I had to choose, I think story-wise we could do Fire in the game and not Ice, because there was a time when Ice was dead, not Fire, so we could do that. Fire would work with, well, fire attacks. I'm not sure how they would make it work, but I'm like, hey, I didn't know how they made Black Adam different than Shazam, but they did. Same with Sinestro and Green Lantern. Another reason why I'd probably say Fire over Ice is because, well, Ice might be similar to Killer Frost, so we'd have to consider that as well. Those two ladies are tied with Robin for 5th. Now, I know what you're thinking, we have too many Batman characters. I don't see why it matters, personally. Batman has the best cast of characters. But, anyway, now, we can't do Dick Grayson because he's Nightwing, and we can't do... Well, we could do Damian Wayne, but it'd be interesting with him being evil Nightwing in the alternate universe. So I would think Tim Drake would be the logical choice. But the question is, how would you do it so he wouldn't play like Nightwing using a staff? I have full faith in NetherRealm, though, that they could pull it off. Returning from the first list, just like Robin, is Azrael. Jean-Paul Valley is one of the only people who's ever beaten Batman multiple times in a fight. And he's got super strength, he's faster than the average human, he's got tech to rival Batman, and combat skills to rival Batman. Heck, he even beat Bane in a fight, and nearly killed him too. Next is the Mistress of Magic, Zatanna. If I had thought of Zatanna back when I did the original list, she'd have been on there, but I didn't. Zatanna can do pretty much anything just by saying the sentence and the words backwards. She's one of the most powerful magic beings in the entire DC universe, and really it's just like, Zatanna's an amazing character. She's an ally of so many members of the Justice League, and fans are also really excited. They want Zatanna in this game, so I'm not alone on that. Barely edging out Zatanna for 2nd place is Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate was in a poll a while back to see who people wanted as DLC in Injustice, and he was like 2nd to last or last place, which is kind of a shame because Dr. Fate has a really rich history and is really one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe. His power dwarfs Zatanna's, but the only reason I picked him over Zatanna for 2nd is because I've been a fan of him longer and I've known him for longer. Returning as number 1 once again is Cassandra Black Kane. I don't know how Barbara Gordon beat her as Batgirl for the slot in Injustice, but Cassandra's just so much cooler. She's a better fighter, she's got a genius level intellect, but she can't voice it because of her handicap. And she's like Batman's secret weapon. Why didn't she get in this game? I don't know. I think if they can make Black back there from the Batgirl, she should still make it in the game. But odds are, if we're going to see her in the game, she's only going to be a DLC skin for Batgirl. That's it for heroes, as you can see. I still really wish that Black Bat was in the game, and I hope that she will be. But I don't know. I just don't know. You never know what they're going to do with this game. I mean, who saw it coming, right? Who saw Killer Frost coming, or Ares until they were announced? I never would have expected Killer Frost to be in the game. She made it, and hey, Killer Frost is pretty cool. Now for some evildoers. Our first evildoer is Hush. Hush is an expert shot with his pistols on the level of Deadshot. He's also a surgeon and has lately started using his surgical tools in combat, like using scalpels for throwing knives. So you could do that in a fighting game with him. He's also near Batman level when it comes to combat. He's slightly below, but he's more than capable of holding his own against Bruce Wayne. The next character can use all the help he can get in getting popular. Prometheus was mentioned as part of a Riddler challenge in Batman Arkham Asylum, and according to his bio, he is like Batman, but for crooks. He has like the reverse of Batman's origin story. He was raised by crooks who were killed by cops, and he's out to kill the cops. Physically, he's a match for Batman, and he has a lot of cool gadgets. He uses that club to bludgeon cops to death, for example. And so he could probably, gameplay-wise, be a suitable match for Batman's quick yet powerful blows. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of character number 3, Black Manta, and I think it should continue. Black Manta's suit gives him enhanced strength and durability. He can shoot energy beams from the optics on it. He's also got an array of gadgets such as knives, a trident, guns, spears, whole menagerie of weapons. We need another Aquaman character, I think a villain, to counter Aquaman, and Black Manta would be the logical choice. Black Manta is known as the man who killed Aquaman's son. So having Black Manta would just be perfect for it, and Black Manta's already mentioned in the game, so let's throw him in there. Like Manta, number 2's been getting around a lot lately. Ra's al Ghul, after all, since its inception in the 70s, has been in everything Batman, with the exception of the Burton Schulmacher series. Well, let's think about why. Ra's al Ghul is immortal, as long as he has his Lazarus Pits, and, well, he's practically a ninja. He's got amazing sword skills. Lazarus Pits make him stronger and faster than most humans, so Ra's al Ghul would be more than a match for any of these characters. He's taken on superhumans before and won. And story-wise, I'm not sure how he'd fit in, but I'm sure we can make it work. The next character would fit well with our story. Mr. Freeze. Here's what I think. Victor Freeze would work well in the story because evil Superman kidnaps his wife, and he's forced to work for him, but eventually he snaps out of Superman's control and goes after him. As for his gameplay, Freeze could use the super strength his suit grants him, and of course his iconic Freeze Ray to freeze his opponents from a distance, and then move in for the kill with a powerful melee attack. Freeze also in Arkham City has some very unique gadgets, such as heat-seeking probes, so you could probably fit in some of those somewhere along the lines. And really, Mr. Freeze would just be an amazing character to play if you think about it. I wish I had thought of him earlier. That was tonight's feature presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was a lot of fun, and here's something interesting. I was only at 4 villains when I was making this, and I needed a 5th one to make it a 10 list. So I typed in a list of characters that should be in Injustice, Gods Among Us, and Mr. Freeze was on the list. And as I thought about it, I realized, oh my gosh, Mr. Freeze would really work. So I'm glad I did that. I'll put the link for the list in the description. And if I had to choose which character I think most deserves, though, I have to say, sorry Black Bat, I don't think they would ever pick you now because of Barbara Gordon. But I'm gonna say Mr. Freeze definitely, I think, deserves it more than the other characters. And with that, we will see you on Monday for Yuki Monday, and next week as well for Nagato Nights, and our next feature presentation. One last thing, if Mr. Freeze makes it in this game, I will chill you to the bones.